If you thought the Sean Diddy Combs legal battle couldn't get any more intense, you were wrong. What unfolded on day 18 of the trial has sent shockwaves through the entertainment world, delivering some of the most chilling, emotional, and utterly heartbreaking testimony we've heard to date. This isn't just another celebrity scandal. This is a raw, unfiltered look into allegations that could reshape how we view one of music's biggest moguls forever. We're talking about details so disturbing, so deeply personal, they'll leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Imagine walking into a courtroom facing the public, the cameras, and the very person you're accusing to recount the most intimate and painful moments of your life. That's exactly what Jane, one of Sean Diddy Combs' accusers, did on day 18. Under a pseudonym, her voice, at times barely a whisper, at others cracking with raw emotion, painted a picture that is almost impossible to grasp. This isn't just legal talk, it's a vulnerable human story unfolding in real time, filled with alleged moments of control, manipulation, and desperation that many find hard to believe could ever happen behind the gilded doors of celebrity. The courtroom was absolutely silent as Jane continued her testimony, detailing alleged hotel nights, events that, by her account, were far from consensual or glamorous. We heard about alleged travels on private jets, entertainers brought in, and a chilling pattern of behavior that Jane claims was driven by Diddy's desires. This wasn't just about lavish parties. It was about alleged forced participation, where choices seemed to vanish and the line between fantasy and nightmare blurred. Perhaps one of the most unsettling moments of the day came when Jane recounted asking for a simple thing, a condom. She claimed she asked Diddy to allow the men involved in these hotel nights to wear condoms repeatedly. But the response, she testified, was dismissive. Then a video recording surfaced, an alleged recording of one of these hotel nights, where Jane is heard asking a man named Don to wear a condom, only for Diddy to allegedly step in and express his disapproval. It's a moment that raises disturbing questions about consent, control, and the alleged power dynamics at play. How could someone feel they needed permission for such a basic request? Jane's raw emotion on the stand, admitting she was still trying to process why she didn't insist, and fearing Diddy would be unhappy, speaks volumes about the alleged environment she claims to have been trapped in, and the very existence of these recordings. Because Sean liked recording me and the entertainers, she allegedly stated, adds another chilling layer to this already complex case. The testimony wasn't just about events, it was about the profound emotional and psychological toll. Jane described crying after these hotel nights, feeling terrible, disgusted, and repulsed. She spoke of taking drugs during these encounters because she didn't want to feel like it was too real, confessing that without them, the fantasy of it all wasn't there. It just wasn't easy. It just was too real that this was happening. These are details that paint a picture far removed from the glitz and glamour of celebrity life. She recounted making sure Diddy was showered, cooking for him, massaging him, and putting on his favorite shows afterward, desperately wanting to finally get to cuddle with him and sleep with him, fighting to block out just how sad I felt after. But here's where the story gets even more complex, and where the crucial questions remain. What was the true nature of the alleged financial hold Diddy had over Jane, including alleged payments for her house, and how deeply did that fear influence her choices? If Jane tried to express her desire to stop these hotel nights, as she claims, why did they allegedly continue for so long, even until August 2024? What truly transpired with the alleged transport of packages of drugs, and how involved was Diddy's former chief of staff in these activities? And perhaps the biggest question of all, will the sheer weight of Jane's incredibly emotional and detailed testimony, combined with the alleged video and text message evidence, be enough to convince a jury that coercion and sex trafficking occurred in one of the most high-stakes celebrity trials of our time? The answers to these questions, and many more, are locked within the depths of this complex case. At CEtrends, we're cutting through the noise to bring you the clear, unbiased truth of this ongoing trial. We promise to unpack every shocking detail, every emotional confession, and every pivotal piece of evidence from day 18. This isn't just about reporting the news, it's about understanding the alleged dynamics of power, the heartbreaking human cost, and what this case means for the future of the entertainment industry. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us until the very end, because the full story, the raw truth of what happened on day 18 of the Sean Diddy Combs trial, is about to be revealed. You don't want to miss a single critical moment. If you believe that the life of a global superstar like Sean Diddy Combs is all yachts, champagne, and endless adoration, prepare yourself, because the truth emerging from his high-stakes trial is shattering that illusion into a million pieces. What you're about to hear isn't just another celebrity scandal, it's a chilling narrative of alleged psychological control, heartbreaking manipulation, and a desperate plea for freedom, hidden within plain sight. We're going deep into the very heart of the courtroom drama, where text messages, once private, are now painting a picture so disturbing it will redefine your understanding of power, celebrity, and human vulnerability. Imagine living a life where every romantic gesture, every promise of a quiet moment, is allegedly a trap. Where the person you claim to love demands your participation in hotel nights, drug-fueled encounters with other men, while simultaneously denying your desperate pleas for escape. This isn't a scene from a Hollywood movie. This is the alleged reality laid bare by Jane, one of Diddy's accusers, whose testimony is tearing apart the glamorous facade of one of music's biggest icons. On the stand, Jane read aloud messages that chronicle a slow, agonizing descent into a world where she felt mistreated, used, and utterly disposable. You're about to hear the chilling words straight from Jane's phone, messages she allegedly sent to Diddy begging for a breather, a break. Imagine sending texts like, "I need a breather and a break from you. This doesn't make me feel good at all. Your true intentions with me are in plain sight." What kind of relationship forces someone to write such desperate pleas, only to allegedly be met with dismissal or even threats? Jane testified that she felt like she was trapped on a hamster wheel, constantly giving in to alleged demands, while simultaneously watching Diddy's public displays of affection with other women. The ultimate insult? Her alleged realization that, "It's not me you miss or want," she claimed, "it's these nights." This isn't just about cheating, it's about an alleged chilling transactional dynamic that stripped away her very sense of self. But here's the terrifying part. After these alleged fights, after these heartbreaking texts, Diddy would allegedly FaceTime her, telling her, "All the things I wanted to hear." He would allegedly downplay whatever I was freaking out about, saying he loved me, and he missed me, and wanted to see me. This pattern, Jane described, was a cycle of alleged abuse and reassurance, designed to pull her back in, time and time again. Then came her birthday, a day that should have been special. Instead, Jane described it as feeling so cheap after Diddy allegedly sprung a hotel night on her with 3 men. She confessed, "I didn't want to do those things with you on my birthday, but I wanted to make sure we had a good time." Can you imagine feeling so obligated, so desperate to please, that you'd sacrifice your own birthday to fulfill someone else's alleged desires? And the ultimate heartbreak? Shortly after, Jane saw Diddy publicly dating another woman, experiencing a big, grandiose birthday that made her own alleged ordeal feel even more insignificant. This testimony, spanning days in the courtroom, paints a picture of alleged coercion masked by a veneer of luxury and affection. It makes us ask some incredibly difficult questions. How could Jane allegedly feel so compelled to continue these hotel nights for years, even drafting notes on her phone describing Diddy as a pathological liar, and being used to fulfill your freaky, wild desires, yet allegedly remain in the relationship? What leverage did Diddy truly hold, beyond just paying for her home and veneers, that kept Jane allegedly trapped in this cycle, especially after she expressed a desire to get off the hamster wheel? And if, as Jane claims, Diddy continually denied knowing she wanted to stop, despite receiving countless texts and notes, what does that say about the alleged power imbalance and his awareness of her suffering? The answers to these unsettling questions and the full, unvarnished truth of Jane's testimony will be revealed as we break down every shocking detail. At CEtrends, we're committed to bringing you the unfiltered reality behind the headlines. This isn't just celebrity gossip, it's a critical moment in legal history, and it deserves your full attention. Stick with us because we're about to expose the alleged truth that Diddy tried to keep hidden, pulling back the curtain on one of the most explosive trials of our time. You need to see this to truly understand the dark side of fame and the profound impact of alleged power.